You know what I miss sometimes? Old YouTube. Old YouTube where you just had live commentaries of silly little YouTubers making silly little live commentaries where they didn't quite know where they were going with anything they were saying. The main reason why I'm thinking about this is because I saw this classic commentaries channel that actually has been re-uploading these old Call of Duty commentaries by pretty much every 2010 to 2013 Call of Duty YouTuber, and also some non-Call of Duty YouTubers, but doing Call of Duty things. In case you didn't know, somebody like PewDiePie actually used to make Call of Duty videos as well. One certain video that was uploaded I thought was pretty amazing to look at. It's, young PewDiePie. At least, that's the way he sounds, and considering it was uploaded in 2011, he was definitely younger than he is now. Essentially, it is just some bad Call of Duty gameplay. The way that all classic commentaries were. But it's a commentary by a guy that doesn't quite know what he wants to talk about. Also, doesn't really know why they're making a video other than, well, I guess I'm awake and my sleep schedule's shit. And it just goes on from there. It's just 6 to 7 minutes of random ramblings about PewDiePie not really liking face cams. Not really feeling the whole face cam in the corner thing, but maybe they will reveal their face when they hit 1,000 subscribers. But that's so many. 1,000 subscribers is crazy. Although in the same video, they talk about being accepted into the Machinima Director Program. Machinima used to be a huge channel back in the day. In case you don't know, then it's hard to describe, but in an age before monetization on YouTube for gaming really was a thing, essentially one of the only ways that creators could make it in any kind of semblance of the word was to be with Machinima. And then mainly by posting videos on the official Machinima channel, so you would essentially be a guest creator on the channel. But it's kind of crazy to look back at those times and then see them accepting, you know, what is essentially a sub 1,000 subscriber channel into their ranks. Obviously, numbers back then were weird. You know, we weren't talking about millions of views or stuff like that, although it did happen, but times were different. Nowadays, everyone is able to easily record gameplay. Back then, gameplay looked like, well, like this. And it was just kind of terrible looking. But that was the standard, you know. There wasn't any built-in recording systems inside of your console. There wasn't nice, smooth-looking stuff. It was all just plug it into the box, see what kind of signal it gives, and go from there. And, well, this was the signal you got, and then when you got a creator that was actually able to record HD, it was impressive. It's like, oh my god, this almost looks like the way it looks on my screen. Weird times, different times. Nowadays, I don't think you could make it in the same way that those creators did. A PewDiePie, a, you know, Markiplier later, back then with Call of Duty creators, you know, like a C-Nanners at the time, or a Hutch. They were anomalies, you know, they didn't really do anything special. Like, looking back at their old content, it was all just kind of maybe some pre-recorded gameplay, sometimes live commentaries, and then just kind of blabbering on about anything. And also just having multiple topics per video, because nobody really cared. Nobody really had a plan. It was all just press that record button, talking to a microphone, see where things go. And that kind of live commentary space has moved on to what is now streaming. The live commentary thing isn't really done anymore on YouTube. It's all mostly scripted, pre-recorded. Part of it is guide content. There isn't sit down, let's talk, shoot some shit type of content. It's all very clean and planned, and I'm guilty of this as well, you know, just the thing that viewers are looking for isn't me not quite knowing what I'm talking about, me just blabbering into a microphone. me stumbling over my words. It is, you know, me knowing what the heck I'm talking about. It was more than that, you know? If you subscribe to a creator, you got their videos in your subscription box, and that was the main thing that people looked at to see what video they were gonna watch. And, well, if that creator popped up that you subscribe to, then you were probably gonna watch it. Where nowadays, it doesn't matter if you subscribe to this channel or if you like the video. Well, maybe liking the video does something, but it's mostly watch time. Everything is watch time. If you have spent this amount of time, as you are right now in this video when you are hearing my voice, if you have watched up to now, there is a pretty big likelihood that if I make another video on this channel, you will probably get this video. So I need to do everything in my power if I actually cared. I would need to do everything in my power to make sure that you stay on this video. I need to do rapid cuts, some more editing, I need to keep your attention, I need to keep you guessing. Preferably I'd have multiple storylines going at the same time. But is that really necessary? Was it necessary back then? Is it just that we are all so used to that type of content, or have we all just gotten a little bit more distracted with the rise of TikTok and Reels and Shorts? Is 7 seconds the attention span we got, and that's the only thing we have at this point? Well, I think it's a little bit of both. I don't think this content is very good. Having a creator just sit here stumbling on their words, not knowing what they're trying to say, not knowing where they're trying to go, and also just jumping from topic to topic. It's not good content, but back then it was the main type of content, and I'd be really curious to see how some creators would do nowadays, making that style of content. I mean, I also think, even if you look at this video right now, I'm still editing it more, keep in mind, than people would do back in the day. Back in the day, it would just be fire and forget, you know? You start the moment you start recording, you start blabbering on, and then the moment you stop recording, that's the end of the video. And even then, that wouldn't always be the end of the video, because, for example, in the classic commentary that I watched by PewDiePie, he talked for 6.5 minutes, but, well, his gameplay was 7.5 minutes, so you just got to enjoy an extra minute of silent gameplay. It's rather unique. It's a really interesting experience. I highly recommend. I'll put the Classic Commentaries channel in the description or in a comment, and I'll pin it. I highly recommend looking at them, especially if you are a creator yourself. Not because you need to be jealous. I don't think, you know, there's any point in that. There's no reason to be jealous of what the success is or was of these older creators. And if only you started creating videos longer ago, then you would have made it big. That's not the point. It's just to see, you know, that you also don't have to start on the level that some of those creators are at right now, where, you know, you have to expect that everyone cares about the things that you're saying, or you have to hyper-edit your videos, or, you know, you can start at that kind of casual live commentary level, and I don't think you would see the same kind of growth nowadays as those people would do back then, but maybe it would be a healthier level to start at. I mean, even if you listen to those creators, once again, you have a PewDiePie talking about 1,000 subscribers being very, very far away, and being a huge number. It's not that he hadn't made any videos before then. He made plenty of videos before then, and enough to have impressed some people to be at the, you know, be invited to the Machinima Director program. So you should make more videos for the 50 subscribers you have, or the nobody that might be watching or might not be watching. That's all. Bye.